Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I'm so glad to be back. I missed you guys so much. If you are new to the channel and you don't know, or you're watching this months later, years later, or whatever, I have not posted anything for about a week or two because I was on vacation. I took a trip to England to see my divine masculine, and it was amazing, and I can't wait to get into it with you guys. But right now, they want me to come on and talk about something that's happening within the Divine Feminine Collective, something that it feels like is really important to be addressing, shining the light on, and our awareness on right now in order for it to be released, because we're playing a major role in the breakdown of this system within the matrix, and it's really big. So, just to start, I want to let you guys know that if you're looking to book a private reading with me or a one-on-one session, an ascension guidance session, I updated my availability for the next couple of weeks through the end of February. If you can't find anything that works with your schedule, please make sure that you email me and we will set up something. We'll make something work with your schedule. It is really important right now to be addressing the karma that's coming up, to be working as hard as we can on our healing, and it doesn't need to mean that it is exhausting and breaks us down. It just means that we are shining light and awareness on it and sitting in the middle of just seeing the things that are coming up. That is the most important part. And if you're having trouble seeing what it is that's coming up, where it's coming from, what the origin of it is, I'm a seer. That's what I'm here for. I'm here to shine the light on you. I'm here to reflect your light back to you so that we can bring things into the light, strengthen the light, and we do that by working through our shadows. Let me hold your hand while we do that. So if you're having trouble, please make sure that you get a hold of me. I'm here to support you. My Divine Masculine is also here to support you. So if you're interested, go over to his channel or to his website and book a session with him. All the information for that is in the box below if you guys are resonating with that or if you're called to that. It's completely silent right now. I just had my music on and I keep turning it. I want to listen to it. The songs are relevant. But every time I turn it up, it feels like it's too loud. Like you might be able to hear the song on this video. The reason that that's important right now is because it almost relates to the things that the Divine Feminine has going on and her ability to speak her truth. It feels like the pattern of that and the way that it's playing out with the music, like I'm saying, it's either she has needed to be in the background, quiet, seen but not heard, that kind of oppressive kind of vision for what a woman or what a feminine energy should be in this old matrix, in this old patriarchal system that is going down. The energy of that, it feels like there needs to be a balance between coming out of that and the fear of being heard. The energy of needing to stand back and be unseen in order to avoid any kind of persecution, past life issues that are coming in around slavery and being owned and being suppressed as a feminine, being, what is the word that I'm looking for? Chastised for being a heretic, for saying things that people viewed as wrong or against policy, against religion, against structure, and being, in past lives burned at the stake, being persecuted and sent into slavery, things like that. All of those things are coming up. And it's like we're right in the middle of stepping out of the shadows, stepping out of the pattern, the program of having to play it small and dim our light, and really speaking and being heard in a way that reflects who we truly are, outside of the fear of what people are going to say about that, or the attention that it brings when we do that. There is a fear barrier that is really hard to bust through to get to the point of truly speaking our authentic light. I just saw there's like a timeline jump just now on my video screen. So this is really important. It's an important distinction to see and to shine the light on, because as soon as we do, as soon as we realize that that's where we are, taking the step forward is what launches us onto this new timeline of being confident in our light, being in a state of alignment and flow with the universe, with the beauty of who we are, the confidence in who we are as divine beings, as powerful feminine voices that are making a difference and that are changing things. There are very powerful energies that do not want us to do that and have not wanted us to do that for thousands of years, thousands of lifetimes, and this is the one where it changes. So this, it feels like, is an important shift that's happening. Going into the new moon this weekend, keep in mind that this is timeless. So anytime that you're watching this video, it's going to apply to you. You've been called to this reading for a reason. So we are outside of time right now. But just for perspective right now, we're coming up on a new moon. It's January. Today is the 23rd. Tomorrow is the new moon, January 24th, 2020. And so we're using the energy of this awareness to set goals for ourselves, to create we're alchemizing our intentions for manifesting abundance in our lives and freedom. And the freedom to enjoy abundance in our lives and to be free of any kind of oppressive hold that money has associated with abundance. So this is where it all is, we're going to zero in on. This is what is happening right now for the Divine Feminine Collective. There is a lot of worries about money. Specifically, the Divine Feminines are really worried about their money and their finances. And it looks like the flow of bills that are coming in are just never ending. The focus, the light, the awareness is on those bills in relation to how much money is being brought in for her. It's like it's hard to focus on anything else. And it feels like it started to come out of the blue. For a while, Divine Feminine has been kind of in and out of a confidence within the money system and starting to get on a roll and starting to feel more in flow, starting to have a little bit more freedom and a little less worry when it comes to how much money is coming in and how much money is leaving. And then all of a sudden something happens and it's just like this influx of bills and hold and suppression and take. And the focus on that is terrifying, it's fear-based, and is directly related to self-worth issues and the implant and programs of those self-worth issues whose purpose is to keep us small and to not allow the feminine energy to infuse a money system that keeps people small and that keeps people in line and in order. What we're doing is breaking out of that stepping into our light and outside of the oppressive hold of money. It's easier said than done, and it's hard to understand, but I have bills. I have to pay them, so I have to have money coming in, and I have to, pay the bills that are going out. And it just, for the divine feminines, it's really hard to feel into the law of attraction, the flow of abundance, the just not having to worry about money at all and just having it be. And just, my divine masculine says it all the time. He just doesn't worry about money. It just comes to him. He looks in his account, and it just happens to be that the bank had made a mistake 2 weeks ago or something, and like there's an extra $3,000 in his account. Or, bills are just paid automatically, and the money comes in from different sources, or someone calls him and says, hey, I have this work for you, right at the same time when another bill has just come in that's, not something normal that is added to it. And it's just that even flow. He just doesn't worry about it. It always evens out. That's hard for the feminines to understand. We are running a program under the surface from past lives, from the origin of us, from the very beginning. The very first incarnation of us was under an oppressive rule. That's where we started in the first place. And we have been battling back against that program, running in the background without knowing it, since the beginning of time, since the beginning of our time. And those codes and those programs that are in our DNA right now are resurfacing big time. It's almost like the table is covered with bills, and it's like near breakdown. It's near panic attack. It's near forgetting about anything that I am passionate about or driven to do. I just need to go out and get a 9-to-5 because I have to take care of this, and I can't maintain my energy if I'm just weighed down by all of this. And it is a weight. It does weigh you down. It feels like. So I was meditating about this morning, and I've talked to a couple of clients, and I've talked to even just a couple of friends of mine who are not awake, but on their way. I can tell right now, because they're in the flow of what's going on with the rest of the collective as well when it comes to the money issues in this way. It's the way that we view. It's the way that we view our relationship with money. We feel like money has more worth than we do. We look at money as something that we are restricted by and something that we are forced to, on a daily basis, be a slave to. We go out and we do jobs that sometimes we hate and are mistreated at because gotta pay the bills. The system dictates that I have a rent for this roof over my head, and we're owned by it. It's like bleed over from past lives of slavery and being owned and being forced into prostitution. It feels like, and what I've been shown this morning by specifically Archangels Uriel and Jophiel, which I don't usually work with. Her name has come up a couple of times for me, but this morning it's been a little bit more specific. Uriel is the archangel that is, it's like he's described as the light of God and the provider of wisdom and clarity and illumination. So shining the light on, opening our eyes to awareness when it comes to these specific things. Jophiel is about the same thing, wisdom and illumination, but it's a female energy too. That angel is a female energy. Not that it matters, but they wanted me to point that out because she wants to shine the light and illuminate your beauty and reflect back the light within you, because essentially that light within you is the same thing as money. It's the same frequency as money. The more you're in flow with being in touch with your own light and the beauty of yourself and the beauty of what you're here to do and the effect that you have on the people in the world around you, the more you're going to be in alignment with abundance, the more the money just shows up, the less you're bound to it. But this fear program, the fear program of not stepping into our light, being afraid of being persecuted for stepping in our light, keeps us prisoner to the darkness and to keeping ourselves small and being owned by the reflection of that, which is in this patriarchal matrix society right now, controlled by money. So she's wanting to shine the light on our worth connected to being in our light, being in our truth, speaking our truth, and leaning into the power of our intuition to see that within ourselves and to see that within other people. That kind of viewpoint of ourselves is abundant. It is allowing. It's big. And it's the same frequency as love. So the suggestion from these angels is to approach your relationship and your view of money the same way you do with your relationship to love. The way that you pursue loving relationships, loving connections, a romantic love in your life, that's the way they want you to connect your energy to money. Because essentially, if it is a reflection of the light within you, you are actually connecting to alignment with money or connecting to the alignment with the light within you, the love that you have for yourself. This journey for us has been about finding ourselves, finding our light, shining our light, peeling away the layers of trauma, the debris from lifetimes of suppression and sexual trauma, from karma connected to family curses, and all of those things, all of those shadow aspects of ourselves that we have been peeling away, slowly, slowly, slowly are revealing more of our inner light, and our light body is growing and growing and growing. Seeing that, really seeing that is so important. Your affirmations are so important. I actually did a couple of meditations this morning. They are Steve Nobel meditations that I'm going to post the links to in the box below. If you're experiencing some of these things and if you are feeling the karma of this coming up right now, I really suggest that you go over, get yourself into a really held space, a place where you feel comfortable. That's why I do all of my readings and everything from in here, because even just looking at, this is my sacred space. This is my space where I just feel the most comfortable, the most me, the most held, the most beautiful. And so I do my readings and my meditations here. And it helps to support the energy of really seeing myself and allowing myself to get into the still space of really integrating the meditation. Do that for yourself. Go over and do those meditations. I'm going to post them. Again, I'm going to post them below. But it has helped me a ton this morning. Mary Magdalene is here to help assist with this too. She is in the background and has told me that she's waiting to baptize you into the light. She had me, and Archangel Uriel especially too. She had me send Reiki to this video ahead of time. It's infused with really, really golden Christ light. And if you choose to be open to it, if you choose to accept this mission, if you choose to accept in the Reiki, the healing Reiki, supportive, energetic healing that was provided in this space, it's really going to help to awaken the codes within your DNA that are busting through these programs. And the reason that we need to awaken these DNA programs of it's like light pockets. It's like pockets of golden light within your DNA. That's the way that they're showing it to me. That need to be released and opened in order to shine the light on the darkest of shadow places that this program is running. It's a religious program. It's a religious program from the very beginning of time that has placed, oh my gosh, I don't even know how to say this, placed a male's worth above a woman's from the beginning of time. This program runs and it runs and it runs and it runs and it plays out in different ways through each one of the cycles of each lifetime. But it is always ends up that a man's energy is here, a woman's energy is here. And any time that she raises her vibration, that she comes into a space of knowledge and awareness and power and realizing who she is, she starts to step up. She's stepping out of the shadow and starting to be heard. As soon as she creates the vibration of her voice being heard, she is suppressed in some sort of way. The environment around her, the matrix, the system, the programs that are running in the matrix, they latch onto that immediately and they're like, oh, fuck no. And they take her down and they make her dim her light. This cycle, this lifetime, this earth that's being created right now, it's the crystalline structure, the diamond crystalline structure within the core of it is what is different, and it's what's going to change things, and it's what's going to hold her as she shines her light brighter and comes here, because there is a supportive collective of divine feminines who are in the same place, as well as divine feminines who have awakened just before them, that have already done the healing in this area, that are supporting it, that are seeing it, that are shining the light on it, and that are sending energetic support to those people who are working through it as well. The light of that united sisterhood and that united collective is what places a shield around you as you come through that, so that when the matrix programs connect in with her higher vibration and they see it and they try to come in and suppress it, she is completely protected. We see those programs now, and we have the ability and the tools within us to create a complete barrier around them and to stop them. So you are supported as you go through this by the collective of women who, not just women, but it's empowered in a way that is more powerful than ever before, because we have masculine energies and the divine masculine collective who have healed this divine feminine aspect within themselves, that also send out a structured, supportive light to these divine feminines who are healing it as well. And they're standing up and they are being the protectors that they are meant to be without suppressing her. They are supporting her light, because essentially she is a reflection of him. If he suppresses her, he's suppressing himself. And these awakened divine masculines are not going backwards. They are not going back, and they are there to support you. So that's why things are different right now, and that's why it's important to lean in past the fear. Fear is a program as well. It's bullshit. Your safety is a given. You are supported in this space. You are supported in the energy of this collective that you are a part of. Whether you know it or not, whether you understand the power of it or not, you are a part of it. If you're here right now, if you're resonating with this message, you're a part of it, and that's it. Welcome. So this is religious programming. It's bloodline interferences. That it's running within your blood. Like I said, it's running within your DNA. It's coming from your parents. It's coming from their parents. It's coming from, your aunts and uncles. It's coming from a long, long line of people. The beauty of this is that we are healing this, and you're being supported by light workers. I'm going to get back to that. But we are healing this for the timelines and bloodlines, forwards and backwards. We're healing this for our bloodlines, which is an essential thing to do because it's not going to ripple back to us again. We heal it, but it's still in the bloodline. My dad's still running it, and so it filters back to me again because it's within my blood. We're healing it for that too on a cellular level, in our DNA, in our double helix, in our chakra system. I know a lot of you are thinking, how the hell do I do that? How is that even possible? I don't get that. I don't understand that. Okay, I guess you say so. But you're being supported by light workers and healers of on the same timeline as you, just in a higher consciousness than you at this point. In order to, it's like we're experiencing things and we're going through these exact same things just before you guys in order to help clear them for you as you go through them, with you as you go through them. And some of the things we're clearing for people who aren't even awakened yet, that hopefully they won't need to clear these things through their timelines as well. If they do, they're completely supported. We are anchored in our journeys. We are supported by a collective of light workers in a higher consciousness than us as well, in order to be able to carry that load, to be able to transmute those things, to go through our own personal journeys, and also the barrel through the denser, heavier energies of carrying the load of other people. That's our purpose. That's part of our purpose, is to help you to do that. That's why a lot of times I will post a couple of readings and I will be getting downloads and I'll be in a flow of videos and messages that I'm guided to give you guys. And then there's a period of like 2 weeks, sometimes even 3 weeks, where you don't hear anything from me. There's nothing posted. And it's because I am going through immense trauma, energetic. My phone is ringing right now. Let me see if this is connected to the message right now. Yes, it is actually. All right, I'm going to get back to that. They always do that. Everything is connected. I'm going through my own karmic issues, my own connection to trauma energy that is coming back, rippling over, bleeding over from certain past lives, from the source of it all in the first place, the very first incarnation. The issues with those things that they're connected to, the way that they affect my life, I am within the time that I take a break from the videos or from the channel or whatever. I'm in the process of dealing with them, transmuting them, seeing them, shining the light on them. My divine masculine is working very closely with me, and we end up triggering each other, seeing how it is connected to our trauma energy or to our karma. What is that connected to? It's not just affecting us in the here and now. This is coming up for a reason. Our awareness of the fact that there is a reason for all of these things to come up, not just the fact that you said something stupid and you pissed me off. I'm being triggered for a reason. I'm being triggered because something is coming out for me to see and to be aware of, and like, okay, this trigger is a learning point. This trigger is a launching point for us. So let's sit in the middle of it and figure it out. It then is mirrored back to him on his side of things. And he has almost the exact same situations as me that are coming up to to be healed as well. So we sit in the middle of it and say, okay, what is this mirroring back for you? Where is this coming from? What in your childhood can you think of that is very similar to what it is that I have going on? And in that way, the balance back and forth, it's not just about him coming in and supporting me while I'm in this emotional place, or while I'm trying to figure out my karma, or while I'm healing this. He's just the supporter. It's mirroring something for him, and the awareness of that really empowers us to, on both sides of the coin, heal the trauma and the karma together continuously. We do that, and it's necessary for us to do that because I am supporting what I believe is the Divine Feminine Collective, and I believe that he is supporting the Divine Masculine Collective by being examples and shining the light on ourselves to reflect back to you. So balancing those things out within our relationship, helping each other to do that, essentially helps to balance the healing happening within the collective of Divine Feminines and Divine Masculines. So we also have the weight of collective healing going on us in those situations, and we recognize it, and sometimes it's just so exhausting, and we're so dedicated to shining our light and being the closest to the essence of ourselves as we can in every moment, as much as we possibly can, that it takes a lot for us to be in that, to be in the middle of it. So I really appreciate all of the emails and all of the text messages and all of the private messages on Instagram when you guys check in on me in those times where you haven't heard from me in a while. If I don't get back to you, please just know that I feel your support. I feel the light of it. I miss it. I miss the connection with you guys. But in those times, I'm just not guided to be in connection with that many people, because it adds into the energy of what I'm processing. I know my limits. I know, and I have such amazing guidance for at this level of consciousness, what I'm able to handle and transmute. The more that we do this, and the more support that you guys send in the meantime while we're in those break times, is essential to my healing and to the support of, it's supporting me, supporting you. That's kind of what I'm getting at. So, right now, as a summary, what's the best way to deal with these worries about money? It's so complicated, but it's simple at the same time. And it's all about focusing on our beauty, our light, our purpose, our connections with amazing people on this journey, putting out the energy of gratefulness for the journey. And when we get into a place of worry and fear and sadness and despair, reaching out. Reach out to God. Reach out to your guides. Reach out to your angels. Reach out to me. Reach out for help to someone in this collective that you have made friends with. And if you haven't, reach out and say, I really need a friend right now. And then saying thank you. Thank you for helping me to do that. You're never alone. You always have your guides. You always have the light of God around you, because it's coming from within you. If you ask for it out loud, also make the attempt and just commit to yourself that when you do that, you can then bring it into yourself. I just realized that I'm looking outside of myself for God. I needed to do that. I needed to ask for help. And what He's really wanting you to do is take the energy of that right back into here, because He's reflecting it back to you. It's from within here anyway. It's getting in touch with that on a daily basis. Sometimes that's what we have to do. And we have to come back to that 0 point over and over and over again until there's no effort in coming back to that 0 point. When I worry about money, I know that I'm in a place of lack because I can't see my light right now. For some reason, something is sitting in the way of me seeing my light completely. And I sit and I ask, what is it that's in the way? What is blocking me? And then my mom will call. And I'll connect in with my intuition. I will breathe into that space and realize that there is some sort of karma connected to my mother that I wasn't realizing was also connected to me dimming my light. It's family karma. It's in the bloodline. Why did she always feel like she had to dim her light? She's reflecting it back to me. And I'm reflecting it back to her. And sometimes it's their energy. It's not yours. Constantly shining the light on things like that and bringing awareness to them is what's going to set you free. It's what's going to set all of us free. And I'm right smack dab in the middle of it right now with you too. So please just know that you're not alone. You are energetically supported right now by me, my Divine Masculine, and the powerful energy of the collective. So if you need help processing this, if you're in a place where you are looking to reach out for help, please get in touch with me. Go to my website and book a session. If you're in, we're talking about money right now. We're talking about money worries. If you have a need for help and support and assistance right now, but you go to my website and you say, I just can't right now. I'm in a place of lack. I can't afford that. I can't see where that money would come from. Please get in touch with me and we will work something out. Okay? Same goes for my Divine Masculine. He just put a video up yesterday explaining that all of his services are now going to be on a donation basis. So you can see what services he offers, and you donate whatever you believe you should donate for the session, for the work. If it's $1 and that's what you have and that's what you're guided to give him, that's what he is going to accept, and he's going to help you. And it's breaking free of the need to put our worth in connection with money and coins and the matrix and that suppressive hold. Our worth is way more than that, and so is yours. So your healing is worth so much to us. We're here to help you. I miss you guys. I'm going to be doing a live soon. I can't wait to connect with you. I cannot wait to work with you. I cannot wait. 12:12 on my clock right now as I'm saying this. I can't wait to reflect your light back to you. I can't wait to show you what you're not seeing, because it's fucking beautiful. And it's time to be free. All right. Talk to you guys soon.